Divine greetings, beloveds. We are in the initiation phase of a profound life shift. Are you ready? Let's get into it. Welcome, beloveds. I am Tanya Melendez, creator of Chart and Soul Astrology, founder of Cosmicnomics, and I hope you're following me over there on Substack, where I'm sharing with you some of the aspects and points of Cosmicnomics, including your power day, what day were you born, as well as what it means in the cosmic and embodiment part of your born day. But let's get into this week's Astro Alchemy because, beloveds, we are in for one of the biggest months of astrology of all of 2026. Not just the Lunar New Year, aka the Chinese New Year, but we also have just begun today eclipse season. We are 2 weeks out from our first solar annual eclipse, and it's a doozy because it does come in, of course, with that Lunar New Year and lunar eclipse, that lunar experience. So all this big energy, as well as now Uranus going direct. So our inner rebel is ready to shine and show up. So let's get into it. So we are in this initiation phase of the eclipse season. So we've been preparing for this all along. And so now it's time for action. That's why when we do have that shift with the Lunar New Year from that final, remnants of what has been shed with the snake year into this let's go, move it, fire horse energy, that energy is then preparing us and propelling us towards the first, equinox, which is the spring equinox, which is then the set of the solar. And that is then when we have the astrological new year. But let me back it up because we've got a lot to do first. So as I just mentioned, Uranus now is direct, and it had been in retrograde for the last 5 months, And so it's been making us look at our lifestyle choices. It's been making us look at how we show up for ourselves and how we do what we do. You know how they say the revolution will not be televised because we've been going through our own experience, and because Uranus is such a far planet, it has been taking us into a deep, kind of a deep dive. And so it going direct is again giving us the energy to apply our life's direction, to use that unique, personal gifts and talents out there in the world to really do something amazing. And so this is where, again, a shifting of realities. And so the cards that I felt like with this energy of February is coming in is first is the High Priestess. The High Priestess, as you can see here, and this is coming from the Cosmic deck, one of my oldies but favorites here. This is an old deck, absolutely love. And it's the High Priestess. It's a number 2 month. So there's this energy of that. There's also, we've got Black History Month. So a lot of our ancestors, and we're using astrological intelligence as well as ancestral intelligence and angel intelligence. This isn't the AI, artificial intelligence. And so it's represented here with the number 2, which is the High Priestess. It's really looking at both sides of ourselves because, as I said, Uranus, the planet that's all the way back here, is now direct, and we're going to feel that inner shift, which is why it goes then perfectly with the Hangman. The hang person, I like to say. So we're going to see things from another perspective, because as we were in that retrograde, we learned some stuff. We learned about ourselves. We learned about how we show up. And depending where Uranus is in your chart, you really went through an inner, kind of reveal, right? What was revealed. And so again, Hangman is seeing something from a different perspective. And so let's get into some of the color astrology. And I hope you've been enjoying your Bookstrology. I have done, and it gives me so much joy sharing these type of books and applying it with astrology. So I hope you have watched your Bookstrology for 2026, as well as the kind of books that we all need right now. So let me just go back and share with you the color for February, which is sheer lilac. I just absolutely love this color, and I had it on my scarf today. And so sheer lilac can be used by anyone for a sense of belonging and global community. Again, that number 2, very much like I said with the High Priestess, right? And so it's also surrounding and wearing yourself with this color when working for a cause, sharing love on a global level, and connecting with your true spiritual nature. So sheer lilac is our color for the month. And so we then went to burnished lilac. Orchid Hush was yesterday, Power Day of 2-2, and today we get violet, Persian violet. And this is poignant, precise, and talented. How this color benefits you, reminds you to keep your individuality without distancing yourself from the people you love and those who love you. We then go into Celadon Green and Lavender Luster on the 4th and 5th. And then, ooh, these are just such beauties. Violet and paisley purple, which makes me think of none other than Prince, of course. And then we wrap up the week with crocus and mauve shadows. And so if this is your birthday week, these are some of your colors. I love sharing the color astrology and how you can really use these colors to not only benefit you for your birthday, but the environment around you. And so that is what the color astrology is all about. And really kind of the same thing with the Bookstrology. What books, are feeding your personal sun and moon sign, and make sure you look at both your sun and moon sign so you can make sure you curate your stack. So as I like to say over there on Substack with Stars and Stacks is read your stars and curate your stacks. And that's why I love sharing the Bookstrology. I get to give you all of my favorite things: astrology, books, being a librarian, being an astrologist, being an intuitive. So I get to share all of that with you. And so I want to share, if you do happen to be in Mexico this week and it's Black History Month, I've got a full month of live events happening, kicking off this weekend. I'm speaking at a spiritual event on Saturday morning, and then Saturday afternoon at a Black History event. And then on Sunday, I'm hostessing a fundraiser with the Super Bowl. So I've got so much stuff to do. And then the Writers Conference is next week. I can't wait to share with you my insights and all of that goodness. My first big famous Writers Conference is coming up. And if you want to know more, follow me over there on Substack at Stars and Stacks, and stay tuned for more here on YouTube as well. So, and make sure you are in our community so you don't miss a thing, because right now, if you join our cosmic cohort, you will get the Fire Horse activation and the activation and the transmission. And we do have a Friday the 13th this month, so I'll be sharing more insights with you. If you are in our community, you already have gotten the deets on the cosmic cohort. It is 90 days. 90 days, it's a new era, and it's time for a new you. So all the details, the links are all below there in my link tree. Sending you so much love and light. Stay tuned for more. I'll be sharing so much. As I said, I've got so much going on and can't wait to share it with you all week long. And